Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Goff on 3rd down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They run again on 1st down. Cook, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brought down at the 30.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the red zone now, Cousins over the middle to Smith. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
It's a gain
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
at the Lions' 14-yard line.
Cousins now. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
A quick toss out right, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Lions 0. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Adrian Peterson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now gone. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. To throw is gone. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Play action now. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going up. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
They're on the 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Peterson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Peterson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 41. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Third down.
A reminder reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First down.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
25-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. On play action, Cousins. Smith catches left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. Past the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
First down.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. After the run, Goff going to throw. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Brashad Perriman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And that one makes it 14-7.
Is good. Makes the score Vikings 14, Lions 7.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Pickup. Second and 6.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, Cousins. Complete, Jefferson the target. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
45-yard line.
Play fake, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now the rookie second rounder from Georgia, DeAndre Swift. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing on third. Gone. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Goff. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Tackled at the 29-yard.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. And that'll settle Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. Gets around him, and he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll roll them out right. And that is incomplete here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Peterson, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, Peterson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Going quickly out to the right side. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Swift. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Ryan ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Gone. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
1st down, Detroit.
From the 50, it's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, 79 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the gun, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And now the rookie's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. that's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Lions 7. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
And
no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, gone. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down.
On the play. First down, Lions.
One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Minnesota, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they'll